Okay, so this was literally a bucket of wood chips my husband dug and put in this bucket. It had sat for 2 years, and look at the beautiful soil it made. Absolutely gorgeous, black gold. Wood chips are the shit. Seriously, especially if your land is depleted with topsoil, bring in a bunch of wood chips. Okay, hello YouTube. Melissa here with Cedar Point Homestead. Just trying to clean up, and I'm going to use my recycled soil in this raised bed here so I can get some stuff planted before it's too late. So hang out with me for my journey. Gross. I don't make spiders. So I'm gonna start with my Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I'm gonna do a nice little pile here, and I'm gonna have them trellis up here. All right, so I'm gonna finish planting off these. And I like to stagger, so I have a line here. I'm gonna go in between the line. I find they grow better that way. Or in between the two that I planted. I'll show you guys what I mean. See, I kind of stagger them away from the first two up top. And these are older seeds, so I'm just over planting. If I need to come back and thin it out, I can do so, but at least I know. And I'll just put one back here and one over here, and that's a wrap. All right guys, I am back with my plant tags and Sharpie and my pruners so I can get rid of all of this so we can plant that together. So I'm gonna go ahead and start labeling the Kentucky Wonder pole beans, and I'm gonna do onions over here. And then I'm gonna start removing all the suckers and whatnot from these volunteer tomatoes and bring the soil level up. I made my label, Kentucky Wonder, and I put the date on the back. And I'm gonna plant these shallot onions over here, Baker Creek seeds. Never grown them before, so I'm kind of excited. And my date. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and plant a generous amount of these on each side of this garden bed. And I have all the way up to this cattle panel right here, so I'll make my little line. And since these are shallot bunching onion type, you can plant them fairly close together. And they don't need to be planted very deep at all. And I just plant even rows when I do bunching onions like this. And 1 seed per hole. Sometimes you just can't get one, which is pretty normal. Make sure your soil is good and level as best you can. And I like moist soil when I plant seeds, and then I also do water them in, depending on if we're gonna get rain or not. But we have no rain, thankfully, in the future. We had rain for like 2 weeks straight, and it just was agonizing. So, and the fact that we've only been here for a month, I wasn't able to get any seeds started inside to get a jump start on anything, so I'm just planting what I know I can get a crop off of, and we're gonna call it a year. All right, all the seeds are in. Now we're just gonna level our soil back out gently. I got my plant tag in there, and we are good to go. So we have all of this planted till the end of this cattle panel. And then we'll keep going. Be nice, Topher. All right, y'all, back here, zone 6B, Southwest Missouri in the Ozarks. I just got some shallots planted way down there. And then the whole length of the cattle panel is gonna be Kentucky Wonder pole beans. I thinned out these volunteer tomatoes, put my little Indian blanket flower there. And I did actually plant in some zinnias and a few cosmos in here just to get some pollinators over here. Hi, Rocky. That's the oldest man on the homestead. Rocky. Hi. Anyways, I'm working over here now, clearing this bed out. I'm gonna get all my potted stuff out of here. I just did that because the deer were eating everything. And I'm gonna work on getting these tomatoes cleaned up. They're already getting some septoria and some issues from all the recent rain we've had. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up and bury them deeper. I finally put my apron on, so I have my plant tags and my pin here, my pruners, and all my seeds down here, which just helps speed the process up. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing, but I don't think that's gonna work out too well. Anyways, I'm just taking all of these diseased leaf off and any suckers that are popping up, and I'm going to lay her down and bury her. And I'm gonna take it, and I took her back just to the main stem. We don't need all that extra in there. Gone. And I'll show you guys an update in a second. And here's a good example. Here's the main stalk. Here's a leaf we don't need, and here's a sucker, which we don't need. It just slows down the growth of the plant. And since I don't have a long window right now, I am gonna remove all that to force my energy back into the main stem, and I'm gonna lay this one down going the opposite direction. I'm gonna lay that one that way and that one that way. And that's a wrap, y'all.